And welcome to the Rest is Football question and answer episode with Micah Richards, Alan Shearer and me, Gary Lineker. As always, thank you so much for sending in your questions. We'll endeavour to answer as many as possible. Let's start with a couple of topical ones. Tom Smith, now Haaland is injured, do you think City will go trophyless this season? So the one opportunity, of course, is the FA Cup. They're playing Forest. And he'll be a big miss because he's unlikely to be fit for that game.
It'll be a massive miss. City have been nowhere near what we've been used to this season, but his goals really have continued. I mean, the ridiculous standard that he sets, maybe not as many as he has done or can do, but he's still scoring ridiculous amounts of goals. So there's absolutely no doubt they'll miss him massively.
It's a big blow. Can Marmoush step up, do you think, to play that role? He's a very different player than Haaland.
Yeah, he's different, isn't he? But he can run in behind. I think sometimes when you watch Man City play, they can be quite frustrating because everyone wants the ball to feet. But yeah, he's better at linking up the play and he can run in behind. So I think certainly. I think people need to remember, Man City won the league without Haaland. You know, without a recognised... Yes. Everyone's saying, Haaland, and it's a massive blow. Alan's right. It's been massive for them. But they can still win games without Haaland. I'm just gutted about the news, to be honest.
It's a real shame. I mean, I think it probably City would be favourites, even though obviously Forest have had a great season. But I think that makes it probably a little bit more even. But to say they can't win a trophy from here when they've only got 2 games to win and they've got some talent in that team. And I think they've marginally got better over the last few weeks. I think 1 or 2 players have come back. Obviously now they've lost Haaland, but I think gradually they're still, I think, a little bit susceptible to the counter, which Forest are good at, which you said the other day, Micah. But I think that you can't rule them out just because of one player with the talent that they've got.
No, you can't rule them out, but don't forget that when Micah says, well, they won the title without a centre forward, that's when all our players were firing. That's when all our players were red hot. Yeah. And they haven't been this season. And Forest did beat them, 4 or 5 weeks ago when Haaland was in the team. So, yeah, I think they'll miss him massively. But you're right, you can't say that.
Just lastly, to add on that, Al, I think it's just different now, isn't it? There's going to be more movement. There's going to be more rotations. I think with Haaland, because you sort of know what he's going to do, at times, I won't say he's easier sometimes to mark because you know what he wants to do.
Are you saying here, Micah, that Manchester City are a better team without Erling Haaland?
Come on, put your neck on the line and say it. Go on.
As soon as I started talking, I could just see I could see Gazzy's brain just ticking away, thinking, ooh, this is a Cape situation here. No, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, but if you knock it across the 6-yard box, Micah, I'm going to tap it in.
They'll be different, yes.
He did struggle a little bit when they were without him against Real Madrid. I think Marmoush played up there and they weren't quite the same, but, it's tough opposition.
Yeah, but that was Madrid. That was away, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That was a tough game. And I was doing that game and it was like, yeah, no matter who played up front in that game was going to find it difficult. Yeah, just because Madrid were on it. They really were on it that day. But yeah, big blow for Man City. I'm absolutely gutted.
Yeah. By contrast, some good news for Arsenal. Chris Connors asks, after Arteta said Saka is fit, can they get through Real Madrid in the Champions League? Which is next week, obviously. We've got Premier League fixtures this week and back to the Champions League quarterfinals. It's definitely a plus for them.
Massive, yeah. He's an incredible player, isn't he? He brings so much to that Arsenal team. I don't know the exact to his injury, but it is a hamstring and it has been in operation. And with my experience of hamstring injuries, they would have to tread very, very carefully with him. So I don't suspect he'll be chucked straight back into the starting 11. I guess it'll be a bit of a slow process. I know Arsenal play this evening. We're doing this on Tuesday, going out Wednesday. But I'd be absolutely amazed if he was to start within the next week or 10 days.
Yeah, I think he'll ease him in, won't he? Maybe 20 minutes and then half an hour and then an hour from kick-off. So maybe the second leg will be
possibly
more likely to be possibly a starter. We'll have to wait and see.
Can I just say, though, everyone's expecting Real Madrid to wipe the floor with Arsenal.
I'm not.
Well, okay, a lot of, say, fans. I mean, if you actually watch the Real Madrid Atletico game, the way they defend, and Arsenal defend in a low block a lot of the time. Like people think, Arsenal have got all these flair players, but they defend really well. If you talk about Arsenal, they've got probably one of the best defences in the Premier League. So it's going to be an intriguing game. What happens? And, they only lost on penalties, didn't they, Atletico, with that Alvarez penalty. But I think it's going to be closer than people think. It's just whether Arsenal can take the chances when they get them, because Real Madrid have got some firepower.
The thing is when you play Real Madrid, the name of Real Madrid can be slightly intimidating, I think. And that's what Arsenal have got to be. They've got to believe in themselves to win that game. I think they can. Real Madrid have not been brilliant in the last 2 or 3 months. They've had good results and bad results. But they've, in La Liga, they're still behind Barcelona, having had quite a good lead a couple of months ago. So they've had some poor results. So Arsenal should go into that feeling like they've got a chance. Obviously, Real Madrid will be favourites. They're the monsters in this competition. They're so difficult to beat, and they seem to somehow manage it, whether it's through sheer will and grit or some lucky thing. We always say that in Barcelona, the luckiest team on the planet. But they are, they've got great players. But, the fact that they didn't even qualify automatically into the Champions League in the top 8 suggests they're not actually quite the finished article at present. So I think Arsenal have got a real chance in that.
You know who needs to play well, though? Rice. Rice, baby, needs to play. And he's been playing really well recently. I mean, he's always been a good player, but I think he's took his game to the next level recently. I swear I don't know if he's a little slight tweak in his position. He's going forward a little bit more, but he's energetic. Yeah. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I don't see him as a holding player. I see him as more of an 8, isn't he? Because when he runs with the ball, and he's really good at that, carrying the ball through the lines, and I think he's a better passer of the ball than perhaps some people give it credit for, or even himself. Sometimes I think he takes easy options when he has got a real passing game that I think he should try and find people, take a few more chances.
Well, he takes set pieces, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's brilliant at set pieces.
He was a good passer, or, he takes corners, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
that'll be a brilliant game. Looking forward to that. I'm doing that one next Tuesday, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, for Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, I might see you there. I think we might be going there as well, though.
Lovely.
See if you say hello, eh?
Yeah, I'll say hello to you guys.
He's so kind, isn't he, Micah?
Real Madrid wouldn't go far wrong in looking at how Newcastle dispatched Arsenal over 2 legs in the Carabao, if you remember.
He's still on the Carabao. He's going back. Here we go.
It's not ending, guys. It's not ending.
We're 10 minutes in. I listened to the podcast the other day, Alan. You didn't take a breath for 5 minutes. Newcastle have had your time. You've had it. We've given you the platform to say exactly what you want to say. But today is not that day, Alan. It
just reminded me how you beat Arsenal over 2 legs, and Real Madrid can have a little look at that, you see?
To be honest, Mike, I'm shocked it took him 10 minutes. I mean, really, after all that. Let's have one more question before we take a breather. Kevin L. That's his interesting one. He says, Alan, why doesn't he come on over Valerie moment on Match of the Day planned, or was it a spur of the moment thing? So that was last season, wasn't it?
Was it last season or the season before? Yeah, I think it was last season.
That was it. We had a little thing where you're trying to get songs into certain. If a player's name, there was Valerie was the player, wasn't he? And it was a bit. Obviously, we thought of it just before the show and we set it up.
But it was like, what happened in the afternoon, someone said about Valerie, and I said, why doesn't he just come over? And like there were 2 or 3 people in the room got it, didn't we? So yeah, let's do that. We might as well do that on Match of the Day, why not? So yeah, it was slightly planned.
Yeah, I don't think you do one.
You did a few though, didn't you? You did a few though. What were
We
the
did a
other
few.
ones?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What's his name? No, I remember that one. The things we do to keep ourselves amused on those long Saturdays.
They're long Saturdays, aren't they, guys? Yeah.
Yeah, they really are. But not for much longer, they're not. On that note, I'll take a break. But on this occasion, I will come back on in the second half. Welcome back to the Rest is Football question answer episode with Alan Shearer, Micah Richards and me, Gary Lineker. Got a question from Pablo. Pablo asks, how good did Argentina look against Brazil, and did you see Rafinha's comments prior to the game? He was actually appearing on Romario TV, and Rafinha said the following: we will beat them, no doubt, on and off the pitch if we have to. Fuck them, Romario asked. Fuck them, Rafinha repeated.
That's fair enough.
That's diplomacy for you. That's diplomacy. And then what was the score? I think it was 4-1 in the end to Argentina, and it was quite humiliating performance, I think.
I didn't see those comments before the game, but they were certainly obviously going to be made aware of them after the game, but... yeah, they battered them, didn't they?
I didn't see any of the game. I just see the result and I see the comments. I was just like, it's mad, isn't it? Like,
and Messi was injured as well. Wasn't even playing.
Argentina are good though, you know. They got some good players.
Under Scaloni, what a job he's done. Yeah. He's won 2 Copa Americas and a World Cup.
Not bad.
Hardly lost a game. They're already qualified for the World Cup now, I believe. After that result, they're flying.
But why can't we do it? Why can't you say what a job, Scaloni? But why can't we have that? You look at Argentina's team and everyone's like, "Oh, they're good, but just give the ball to Messi." Look at our squad. Surely it's our time to do it. Yeah. Surely
it's time, Mike. It's time. It's a tough thing to win a World Cup, and obviously Argentina went through 2 penalty shootouts to win it. It's a mixture of ability, which we have in abundance. I think desire, which we'll have in abundance. But I think the final thing is belief. And I think it took even Argentina all the years of Messi losing finals, very much of a similar projectile as England have gone on. You know, you've gone, semi-final, lose a final, quarter-final, final. So, you know, Argentina went through all that in Messi's reign, and then they won a Copa America, and then a little bit like Spain. You go back to that period, 2008, 10, and 12, 2 Euros sandwiched with a World Cup in the middle. Before that, they'd never really done it. It hadn't happened, and then ultimately, it can happen. So you've got to believe it. That's what I think. You've got to believe it. And I don't think we always do.
I think with these players, we've got to start believing. Yeah. We've got to start believing, haven't we? Yeah. The players are just the different class, and they're all playing high level now. I
think that was another song that drifted in, wasn't it? Wasn't it the other night? I'm a believer. The Brighton lad. I'm a believer.
That was the one.
That was another one recently, wasn't it? Sorry to change the subject, but Chris. Oh, to me, Gary, would you do a Match of the Day style show for the Championship next season so you can finally enjoy Leicester again? All right, we're not relegated yet, thanks, Chris. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a degree of inevitability about it. Well, one, we don't have the rights on the BBC to show the Championship. And secondly, no thanks.
What are you going to do on Saturdays?
I was just about to ask him the same thing.
I was thinking the same thing because I've never really had weekends off in my adult life because unlike you guys who, what do you do? 1, 2, a couple of Match of the Days a month and stuff, and you do a bit of Sky on a Sunday sometimes. I turn up week in, week out every Saturday. The old soldier. What a warrior, eh? What a warrior. And so I'm actually, I think I'll be all right. I'll go out to eat on a Saturday night, have dinner. I'll have little weekend trips away, possibly some places, lots of places to go, food trips, all that sort of stuff. I think I'll manage. I think
Are
I'll be all right.
What are you going to do? Any other TV? What are you going to?
No.
You're just
No,
going to
that's
sit
not-
and count
that's
all
not
your
my
money that
intention.
you've got. You can't just do that for the rest of your life.
I've got a podcast to do with a couple of clowns. I'm also a podcast magnet, obviously, and a media mogul, whatever you want to call it, with goal hanger. So it's not just this podcast. That we've got lots of others as well. So no, I'm stepping away from Match of the Days. I mean, where'd you go from there? So I just think that'll do. Thank you very much. I mean, you never say never. Who knows what might crop up? But at the moment, I'm just thinking, no, that's it. Television's done.
We need to get you a partner, don't we? We need to get you a partner, some sort of partner in your life.
Where are you going here?
I'm not going anyway. No, if you've got Saturdays off,
Are you chatting me up?
if you've got Saturdays off,
I'm so happy on my own. I've got lots of friends I go out with and have dinner and fun. I'm all right, Micah, honestly. I've done that I've been married most of my adult life, and I'm quite set in my ways and comfortable on my own now.
I can see a headline coming here, lads. There's a headline coming somewhere.
There is, isn't there?
We better leave it before we make a wrong headline.
There's always a headline, anyway. Anyway, I won't be doing a championship show next season. Dean Mullen, have you ever been part of a football song, and do you think they could ever come back? Well, Al's had a few songs at Old Trafford, I've heard.
Yeah.
Mine was just, oh, Gary, Lineker.
that's not bad though.
No, I preferred the one at Barcelona because it was the same as Messi's. Lineker.
That's quality there.
Messi. I think what happened when they wanted to give Messi a song, they thought, who's the player we've had that's most similar to Messi?
Lionel Messi, not Lionel Blair.
Do you think they're actually talking about the songs that you do for England or a World Cup?
That's what I thought the question.
Yeah,
meant.
probably miss. So I think that's what they mean. I've done a couple. Oh, it's the most embarrassing thing you'll ever do in your life. We went on Wogan, and they had this mini gym set up, and the best thing about this is that they had this gym set up, and everyone was kind of go to the tune of whatever the song was. It was so cringe, and some of us had footballs, and we had to go jiggle them from side to side like this. He's completely out of sync. I've seen it on YouTube. Somebody sent it to me recently. Said, "What is this?" We'll try and dig it out and put it on so you can see it. If you watch Chris, he's a goalkeeper, of course, so he should be all right with the ball in his hands. But he's completely out of sync with everybody else. It's superb. Tony Adams he's on the machine, just pulling the things down. It's the most cringe. And when I got to be England captain, I was my whole thing was, we ain't doing a song. Song.
You did a couple of FA Cup ones I saw you as well, dancing as well,
I
didn't
did
you?
one with Everton that was so
You're not the best dancer, are you?
I'm crap. And anything musical, I'm terrible. And do you know, it doesn't matter how many I have, even if I'm really, really pissed, I'm still useless. Even in my own head, I know I can't do it. And I cannot, however drunk I am, I can't just let go. And I just...
Yeah, but horrible. This is what when you don't know how to dance, just strip it all back and go to basics. You just want to.
Well,
no one can ever... Yeah, want to. No one can ever take the mick out of you. You're just going 1, 2.
I never liked to want to. I didn't like giving it back. I just can't know. I can do that. That's all I do now. If I'm just, bob my head.
Yeah,
basically bob my head, let my ears do the, wing around the room. What about you, Al?
I'm a terrible dancer as well. No chance. No, awful.
Yeah. Great singer, though. Awful. Great singer.
We've all seen you, Micah.
Oh, I could dance.
Micah can chuck some shapes out, can't you?
Oh, Mike. Did I tell you, I used to be in a dance group when I was younger.
No.
It was called RJC back in Chapeltown, Leeds. We used to be popping and doing all sorts of... you know what? I'm going to try and get the video for you. I'm going to message him after this.
What was it called? RJC?
Yeah, RJC, yeah.
What is that? What's the What's the relevance of that?
I never knew what it stood for. But
How many was it? How many were you?
It was like a group of like 15.
All doing dancing at the same
We used to travel around, went to like Birmingham, Manchester, London. I need to get the footage. You know what? I think my auntie might have it. My auntie might have it. Honestly, I was throwing some shapes back in the days.
Well, if you can get hold of that video, we'll definitely put it out in this episode or the next one whenever we get it. Because that's got to be worth seeing. I mean, we've all seen you, haven't we? Dancing all the time. We buy any car. Okay. Michael Hughes. If you were away for a weekend together and the accommodation only had a double bed and a set of bunk beds, where's this going? Who would get top bunk, bottom bunk, or the double bed?
Micah wouldn't get in the top bunk, by the way. He'd be petrified he'd come through it.
You wouldn't want to be on the bottom bunk with him above, would you?
Exactly.
My God. I'm going nowhere near the bunk beds, boys. I'm the gaffer here. I'm taking the double bed, and don't think either of you can slide in it next to me, even though you think I need a partner, Micah.
Oh, God.
There's no way I'm going on the top bunk. There's not a chance. I'm going on the bottom bunk. Definitely.
The bottom bunk, yeah.
It's monkey going to the top bunk. You know, climbing up the ladder and all that.
Al likes to be on the top. He's on the top of so many of those graphics. He might be as well on the top bunk as well. If he can climb up there still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan P., back to the proper football question. When did right-footed players start playing left wing and left-footed players start playing right wing? Any idea what started it? You don't see the classic Giggs-Beckham combo that you used to. It's true. It's a slight shift, I think, in the fact that wingers aren't... They used to be wide men, didn't they? Now they're kind of the front men of the three. There's one on the right and one on the left. So they're slightly more inverted in terms of the width than they used to get. So maybe it's because if you've got the ball in the middle, sort of, let's say on the edge of on the corner of the 18-yard box, you've always got that opportunity if you're a left-footed player from the right to kind of do what Salah does so frequently, cut in and hit it, and the same on the right-hand side. Do you think that's... I can't remember if it was a given moment, though, was there?
No.
I mean, you go back to Messi's done it, Ronaldo did it, Arjen Robben was a classic example.
Frank
Ribéry on the other side. So it's been around for quite a while. I wonder when it actually... Because certainly in my day, if you got a right-footed player and he was a winger, he'd definitely play on the right. But that was in the old days of 4-4-2, maybe something because of that.
90s, I think there was a lot of it. Like 90s football was a lot of that, wasn't it? Right-footed on the right side, left on the left side, going down on the outside. I much prefer as a player, as a centre forward, when the wingers used to do that. But I haven't. So long as they get quality, you can still get quality balls in. There's no set thing that you have to go down there all the time on the outside. But I do really enjoy it now. Remember, I think Anthony Gordon put a ball in last year. Remember when he went on the outside?
Back again
You went on the outside and whipped that ball in. It's for me. You do my head in.
Micah's left the room. Micah's left the room.
What's he done? He's knocked his camera off. Look, that's better. We can't see you anymore.
Have you won the Carabao Cup recently, Al? Micah!
He's back, look.
Come on, give us a little dance while you're there. While you stood up.
How on God's earth have you managed to get Anthony Gordon into the store? What a concept! Alan! Seriously, it's ridiculous.
Crosses, Micah. Crosses.
There are a lot of other players, wingers you could have thought of.
all the great wingers in the league, in the Premier League, and he gets it back to Anthony Gordon. It's just astonishing.
Alan, one serious question just before we finish. One serious question. Alan, are you a Newcastle fan?
How did you guess?
Oh, fantastic. I wonder how many weeks this is going to go on for, Micah. How many?
Till the end of the season.
Might even go on longer than that.
We'll see.
We have to have a tally up every time. Yeah. I'm gonna be watching.
Absolutely. Let's call it a day there. Thank you very much once again for sending your questions. Keep them coming, and we'll continue to try and answer them. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.